ready for our online dance movement. I think it's day 28 or thereabouts. I can't remember anymore. I'll have to check later. But we are going to be doing a class today that is more for people with joint range of movement limitations. And that could be because you're just stiff. You might be older, you might actually have some, actual issues in your shoulders or your hips or your knees. So we're just going to be doing exercises that are more appropriate for that. And we'll do that on Fridays. So we're going to start now. I can't see anybody here yet, but I'm just talking away. And we're using good old Pied Piper music written by Jeffrey O'Connell Steen. That's an in-joke. And he wrote this for ballet. And what I failed to say another time is that there is actually singing. This is just the backing track to the music because there are songs. There's melody that goes over the top of this music, but I'm not going to sing it to you. So I'm just going to keep it rolling and I'm going to start. And you should be able to see this video too because the internet issue has been fixed. So I hope I haven't put people off. I hope you'll come back and see them. Because you probably tried to before. Let me see. Let's just do our shoulders. Now, if you've got sore shoulders, just lift them up. Don't hurt them, just lift them up a little bit. One, other one. Now, think about that idea of the wing bones, and we're drawing the wing bones down because this will protect your shoulders, all right? And this is why we've been doing it. So even though the classes haven't been specifically for people with shoulder problems or shoulder stiffness, or even you might have even had a frozen shoulder at one stage. That would be dreadful, but hopefully nobody has, but somebody probably has. So just learn to get these wing bones working. So we're going to draw them down. And let's draw them down while we lift our shoulder up. See, it's different, isn't it? So draw that shoulder, draw the wing bones down while you're doing the shoulder movement. Hi Sarah, how are you? Sarah, this class today is for people who have got joint problems. I know a little girl who's got some footsies problems. Maybe we'll do something for that too. So what we're doing is we're doing a shoulder movement for now. Oh, why is it doing that? While we're doing a shoulder movement, we're drawing the wing bones down. All right? So we're mindful about protecting the shoulders in all the movements we do. So draw the wing bones down. Lift up as you draw the wing bones down. So one little movement with the shoulder, then the other one. So it's a different movement than just going like that, isn't it? So draw the wing bones down. You'll feel it's not quite as free to just go any old which way. Keep drawing the wing bones down. Keep them down. Now we're going to go both together. Oh, you should feel that right up your back. Now, I talked about this song before. Sarah, you'd like this. I know you'd like this. This song, it's part of Pied Piper, but it was written for the children. And they're singing a song that's 1 and 1 is 2 is 2, 3 is gone forever. 4 and 5 are yet alive, 6 is all together. And so they've got the children's voices, they're all singing, and they're singing in different parts. Is it canon? I can't remember. But they all had different parts where they came in to do their movement. It's beautiful. It's really lovely. Anyway, this is a children's song. So let's do some feet with this. Okay, just take your foot out in front. I want you just to curl your toes. So you can rest your knee. If you can't hold your leg up here, I'll just move back a bit so you can see me. So we're going to rest your heel on the ground, just scrunch your toes and open. Scrunch your toes, open, and really try and spread your toes. Scrunch your toes, spread your toes. Scrunch your toes, spread your toes. 1, 2, Mrs. But when she went to town, Mrs. Locket found her locket all fall down. 1, 2, I can't remember. Oh, that's probably another part coming in. Okay, do it both together. Scrunch the toes. Open them. Scrunch. Open. Ooh. Scrunch. Ooh, big kangaroos. Ooh, big kangaroos out there. All right, now we're going to just point the foot. Now, as we point the foot, we don't want to go like this. We don't want to do it like this. We want to actually stretch this part of our foot out. And as you stretch, sorry, I'll come closer. I'll turn this down a little bit. As you stretch that part of your foot out, I don't want you to curl your toes. I want you to reach your toes, because you know what happens when you do that? Coming closer. You work this, you know, that dent that you get there in the leg when you point your foot. It works that muscle better. So we're going to point the foot out. So keep it nice and long, like you're reaching the toes out. You're not going like that. And you feel the stretch here. Okay, so just put it on the floor and point that foot as hard as you can and feel the stretch right down your leg through your toes, like energy flowing out through your toes. Relax. Bring the knee, foot back, so you bend the knee. Now, stretch that toe, stretch that leg, lean back a bit, lean back a bit. You don't have to sit up for this, lean back. Stretch it out, stretch it out, stretch it out, and relax. Now I'm coming back here because we're going to go through, I have to move it back. It's just a matter of finding, isn't it? I wonder if I can do that. Yeah, you might see my feet better. Maybe you won't. I've got this nice bright green mat thinking it might be easier to see my feet. All right, so we're going to go through the feet. As we work the feet, we're going to go point the foot. I'm coming back a bit more. We'll get there. Point the foot, bend the other leg, make yourself comfortable. Now this is all about the foot. So we're going to bring the toes up. Now put the ball of the foot on the ground. Ball of the foot on the ground. Now keeping the toes up, flex the foot. Pull those toes up with it and make sure they're all tracking. Because what you're doing is you're working on the muscles underneath the feet. Now point the foot, so you're pointing at keeping the toes up. And then keep the toes up and now flex it. It's a weird movement, but it's so good for strengthening the feet. And pull the toes up, pull them up, and heel, pull the toes back. Keep pulling the toes back. You never let the toes down. They have to stay up in that position. And try and track it so that when you do this movement, it's like you're on a train track. And it doesn't your foot doesn't do anything weird. You try and get the toes to all be on the same path. That's it. Keep it working, keep working it. Keep working, keep the knee nice and long, not locked, nice and long and stretched. Okay, keep going. Now lift up as much as you can in a position that's comfortable for you. So when it comes up, it's not like that. I did a bit of that just then. I caught myself. How many are we up to? Probably halfway there. Yeah. Now if you have to stop, stop. But if you can keep going, keep going. Very good. Oh, you love me for this, don't you? Keep going. How many do you think we're up to? Maybe nearly 20? Oh, maybe one more. Now the suggested amount to do, now when you get to that, stretch the toes out, now reach them, remember don't curl them, and then relax. Oh, give your leg a bit of a shake. I suggest that you just do that as long as you can do it depending on your leg and your ankle and everything. You don't want to strain anything. I reckon that was about maybe 16. But I don't know. Let's do the other foot now. So we're going to stretch out our leg. This one's bent. Now reach the toes. Now bring the toes up. Bring them up. All right. Ball of the foot on the ground. Oh, I can almost feel cramping. And now flex the foot. Now this is, bring the toes up. Now the thing about flexing the foot is you reach nice and long right through your heel. So it's like someone's pulling out from the heel and you feel that stretch. And now point the foot, hold the toes up and toes up and keep those toes up. Keep them up when you point and heel, keep the toes up. Now the ball's going to touch the ground but the toes are up and flex. Make sure you're lifting up in a position that's comfortable for you. And flex. And point. Hold those toes up. Flex. And point. Hold the toes up. Flex. We're not in time with the music in case, I'm sure you did notice that we're not in time to the music. Hold those toes up. Let's just keep going a bit more. I can't feel it in my thigh yet, so we obviously did more on the other side, unless we just held it longer. You might feel this in your ankle, because you're moving things now, you see. You're really working it, and it's really good. It's important to work things correctly. I'll explain more in a second. So just keep going. We're nearly there. Yep. Okay, one more. You feeling it? And point, reach the toes out, reach. You should feel it in here too. Well, I do. And relax. Oh, okay. That's good. Whew. I'm going to bring this back now. I think so, I do. I put that there thinking it would help. I don't know whether it has. I'll bring my chair closer now. So just give your legs a bit of a... Now, when you're pointing, as I said, I want you to reach with your big toe and your second toe, like feel that reach. And you're getting a nice long stretch that way. And then when you do the flex, as I said, it's like it's almost pulling your leg out of the hip socket, you know, reaching through your heel. You'll feel that a nice stretch down the back of your leg if you do it that way. And this is going to be helpful if you've got any ankle problems. Now, we're going to do another one now. Coming back a little bit. All right, so we've got our feet here. And we're going to come up onto the balls of our feet. Now we don't want to do this. See that? Okay, who's that? Hi Jenny, how are you? Okay, so we're working carefully today, Jenny, on doing things that are going to be okay to do if you've got any joint issues like shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, that type of thing. So we're just working on the feet at the moment. And so keep these ankles together when you're up there. You'll feel it's different from that. You see, you have to really work them. Now come down, come up again. I'm going to turn this music up. We're just going to go up and down. That's simple as that. Up, lift up. If you have to lean back a bit, that's okay. The main thing is that you're feeling lifted. Keep the ankles together. Hold on to your chair. Oh, I can see one of my ankles doesn't want to do as it's told. Okay. All right, just reach with your foot turned out. Okay, reach through the heel. The other one's just here. So turn the foot out. And now this one. Reach it out. Turn it out, that's it. Reach. Once again, I didn't look at the clock. I think I know approximately what time we started. Lift up. All right, out, out. So a little bit up, stretch. Now use your feet with this, point them so you're working the feet, and maybe you can flex it when you come in. Flex the foot. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Point. Flex. Keep going. Let's just keep doing this. Now lift up as much as you can with this. The picture's better, isn't it? Finally. Lift up. Keep lifting. The more you lift, the harder you're working. Lift. Keep lifting. You'll get tired. Doesn't look anything, but it's hard work after a while. Lift. All right. Okay. Circle. Other foot. Oh, I always find it difficult on my left foot for some reason. Inwards. Because we went outwards before. Come on, keep it moving. Even if it's a little bit sore, move it if you can. Outwards. 2, 3, 4. Outwards. 2, 3, 4. Inwards. 2, 3, 4. Inwards. 2, 3, 4. Outwards. 2. Outwards. 2. Inwards. 2. Inwards. 2. Outwards. Outwards. Inwards. Inwards. Okay. Do 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inwards. 2, 3, 4. Inwards. Stretch this leg. Outwards. 2, 3, 4. You can feel it, can't you? Inwards. 2, 3. Sit up. 4. Inwards. 2, 3, 4. Outwards. 2, 3, 4. Outwards. 2, 3, 4. Inwards. 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that'll do. Oh, you should feel your ankles. You should feel those ankles. All right, just stretch both feet out and then just bring them back in. Stretch them out. In. Rise. Stretch them out. Point. In. Balls of the foot. Point. Oh, that was a tricky one. Balls of the foot. Point. Balls. That was a bit of a sneaky. You don't have to do that if you can't. Oh, I'm having to grab hold of the chair. Okay, sorry, I probably shouldn't have put that in. That was a little bit ridiculous. Oh, I could feel that. Now, let me just take the sound down a little bit. Yeah, the volume's down now. Oh, so, that was for our feet. Now, with our feet, if we've got sore feet, it's quite often coming from the hips. And, excuse me, I'll just be 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. Okay. Just had to run and do something very quickly. Now, yes, what was I saying? No, I've forgotten what I was saying. Yes, it's usually coming from your hips, and then you're going to feel it in your knees, and then it's going to affect your ankles. So, and when I say that, it might be coming, yes, no, actually it can be coming from your feet and then end up affecting your hips. It can work both ways. Quite often it's coming from your feet. So let's just have a look at the alignment of your feet. I went back the front then, didn't I? So when we look at our feet, just if you can stand up for a minute, have a look at your feet. Now, are they doing that? Are they doing that? Now, this is important to be aware of, because if you've got a sore foot and you start to get around standing on your foot in a different way to the way from being just straight onto your feet, your bones in your feet will adapt to that. They will malform. Literally, I haven't waved to you, have I? Hello. Hi, Jenny. Wave. Hi, Sarah. Okay, so they will adapt to that and malform, and when the bones malform, there's really nothing you can do, you know. Well, I suppose they could operate or something, but we don't want that to happen. And if things have started to go a bit out of place in a little way, we can work on just making sure we're consciously trying to stand squarely on our feet. Be very aware of this. If you've got orthotics that are pushing your feet out too far, that's not a good thing either. So the best way to align your feet is to put your feet together or a little bit apart if it's not comfortable putting them together. And you're going to externally rotate the legs. See what happens? Can you see my feet from there? Let me see. I'll do this again. See, when I externally rotate my legs, if I overdo it and just don't control my feet, they're just going to go that way because the whole legs are externally rotating. In fact, you can feel the calf muscles moving to touch one another. So if you control the feet and you don't overdo the movement, it's going to have the effect of working as a hip stabilizer, because that is your hip stabilizer, in fact. So that's your hip stabilizer working to control it, but it'll also lift the insteps naturally. So that natural lifting of the insteps, you can correct your foot position just by starting to be aware. You see, my feet naturally are like this. You know, I've got quite flat feet for a dancer. Plates of ham, one of my teachers used to tell me. He said two things to me. It wasn't very nice to me. He said, you've got a good body, you've got a young body, but unfortunately you don't have a brain to go with it. That was one thing. And then he said, you have plates of ham for your feet. Plates of ham. So my plates of ham used to roll in naturally, but I learned to correct that. And I didn't even know about hip stabilizers then. I just learned to do it. Now, if I stand the way I'm naturally built, it feels weird. So I don't stand like that, you know, I just stand right on my feet. And that way it protects my knees and it protects everything. And I'm older than the ones who are watching right now, well and truly. So we can all align ourselves a bit better to prevent pain. Anyway, let's keep moving. Okay, let's do something now with the upper body, right? So we talked about, or did we talk about? Yes, we did. Right at the start, we were doing the shoulders and we were drawing the wing bones down. So if you can work on drawing the wing bones down now, we'll just go over that movement. We're going to just keep the tension out of the shoulders. Now, where's your head? We don't want this. We really don't want this, especially for young people, especially because as you get older, it'll just get locked into that position. So lift up, slide the head back. That's all that's happening. You can do a little test with yourself. No, I won't get you to do that. There is a wall sort of standing position that I might show people one day. It's just that if people don't do it the right way, they might hurt themselves. So I better not talk about that yet. But if you just get your head and you're like this, and you know you're like that, just slide it back. Now at first you'll go, oh, but I've got all these chins. As you get used to doing it and you get used to drawing your scapulae down, you won't have all those chins. You'll just be able to slide it back. So just practice that now, just slide it back. And what's going to happen is the back of the neck muscles are going to activate. Draw the scapulae down. Now, those wing bones coming down, not together, because remember if they do that, that's happening. We don't want that. And if I hear one more time, shoulders back. No, it's not shoulders back. I mean, I know it has that appearance, but really what you're doing is you're keeping the chest nice and open. You're keeping it lifted, but the way you keep it lifted is by drawing those wing bones down. You know, if you're just lifting it up, you run the risk of sticking things out in the wrong position. But if you draw the wing bones down, it actually lifts your chest and keeps it open. And the shoulders have that sensation of falling apart. If you pull the shoulders back, it just means something entirely different, unless you know what you're doing. But that's not the right way to describe it. For all the right reasons I'm saying this, not to criticize anyone for saying it. So just draw the wing bones down and feel that chest lift. It will. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And let the shoulders fall apart. Now, the other thing, there are 3 things that people get wrong. That's one of them. I'll tell you 2 of them. The other one is, they used to say in ballet all the time, and I've said this and I've gone on about it, they said, tuck your tail under. No. They didn't know. They didn't realise, so that's why they said it, because they were trying to sort of refine the line of movement. But what you do is, it's like when you're sitting on your chair. You're not going to be sitting like this, tucking your tail under, are you? No. You're going to be sitting up on your sit bones. So you're actually rolling forward a little bit, which when you stand up, you need to have a bottom there. I'll go over that movement later. But anyway, I'll go back to what I'm talking about, the shoulders. So we're going to just draw the shoulder blades down. Forget about the shoulders, bring the arms down. Now, the more you can get in touch with this movement, the more your shoulders will be protected. And draw them down, and I'll put the music on. And you can just follow me, and I'll give you some movement, because I've been talking way too much, which you know. Hold it. Now, hold. See where my thumbs are? See how wide my arms are? Now lift up as you draw the shoulder blades down. Where's your head position? Is it here or is it here? Lift it higher if you can. Draw the shoulder blades down. Keep drawing the shoulder blades down. Again, keep drawing the shoulder blades down. Slide the head back, hold it, lift up, lift up. Now this is working, isn't it? Okay, now we're going to spiral the body. Now it's not a shoulder exercise, it's the upper body. Keep lifting up. Where's your head? Don't be doing this. This is not the exercise. Notice how this is all staying where it is. So draw the head back. Oh, I'm a washing machine. I was doing that with a client. She's gorgeous. We were being washing machines together. Okay. All right. Lift up. And now we're going to move our rib cage. Lift into it. Watch the head position. Draw the wing bones down. Now, if you can't feel yourselves working, I don't know then. Draw the wing bones down. Now try and keep open as you do this. Do it all with the wing bones. Draw the wing bones down. Draw the wing bones down. See how it changes the movement? Keep open across here. Now lift up. Squeeze underneath the bottom, lift up. Keep the chest lifted by drawing the wing bones down. All right. Now I'll talk about the core abdominals. Now there's a big, there's some people who say there's no such thing as core engagement. And I understand what they're talking about because the muscles are switched on. It's not like they're off. But when I'm talking about a core abdominal engagement, I'm talking about actively engaging that whole area. So whether that makes sense or not, I know that it works, and I can show you anatomically how it's through you seeing the movement about what we're doing, which doesn't happen unless you actively focus on that happening. So that if you're in the water, up to here, you'll feel that liftedness, you'll feel that engagement. For those who are singers, which is everybody here, you're probably aware of singing a note, and which will be better than mine. Like both of you here, I know that for a fact. When you sing a note, your belly button, when the breath is coming out, the belly button's going to go to the spine. And then for a singer, as they breathe in, they'll just let that tummy come out. But that is real engagement of core. For a dancer, someone like Mr. Pilates, who's teaching core engagement, this is not, the tummy's not going to go, we're going to maintain that position while we do the movement. So it's two different ways of operating while you're using core engagement, but it is definite use of it. You know, it's not something that's just happening by itself. All right, there is a core that's going on separately. But what we're going to do is the way a singer would do it, because I think that's a really lovely, gentle way of doing it for the purpose of what we're doing now. And also because, you know, there's singers here. So, oh, that was a terrible note. So the belly button's moving to the spine. Now, feel that liftedness. Now, it's not like your tummy can't come out when you're breathing, but you know that lifted feeling you get when you're drawing the scapulae down. If you sing that note out and you feel that whole connection, There's an entire workout going on inside your body that no one can really see. They'll see it in the outward expression of your posture. You'll just look so much better, and they won't know why, but that's what it is. So if you engage the core, we'll do the scapulae first. Draw the wing bones down, take a breath, and now and keep the wing bones drawing down while you do this. And now, all of a sudden, that positioning of the wing bones drawing down and opening the chest, lifting the chest, which for singers, especially those with conductors who are saying chest up, well, you're doing that. And now, well, that was a different note. The belly button to the spine is going to just pull the whole thing together. And suddenly you go from this to this, okay? So if you're on stage, that's already giving you a feeling of presence where the audience can feel you moving forward. So that's just a little thing that people like you two who are here would know, because you use that. You're on stage. You've both got good stage presence too anyway. Really good stage presence, but it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt to learn a bit of movement technique to work with it. My goodness, I mean, I'm just working my vocal cords today, aren't I? All right, now we're going to practice a little movement where we'll put those things together. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to go lift the arms up, drawing the scapulae down. We're actually going to do a note, and then we're going to go up and down and up, and now you need to maintain this. Actually, keep the arms here. Chest lifted, chest lifted. Don't worry so much about the feet now, they can just do whatever. But the main thing is that you're lifting into the movement. So we'll do that with music. Oh, can you feel that right down your back? I hope you can. Because I can. I can indeed. Here we go. Okay. Draw the wing bones down. Lift the arms up. The chest is opening. And now you can breathe normally, or you can even maybe do it like Mr. Pilates and feel where you've got to now, because this is a movement. Okay, and fly. Keep lifting. Chest is open, scapulae down, and belly button's wanting to be towards the spine, isn't it? Keep lifting, keep lifting, keep lifting. Open the arms out a little bit so that you feel the openness of the chest. None of this should be tight. Where's the head position? Now, turn the head while you're doing it. Come to the center. Oh, fly. Come to the other side. Keep going, keep lifting. Getting tired? Keep lifting. Scapulae down, chest open, chest lifted. Head in the right position. Whoa, I can feel my upper back. Okay. Now keep lifting. Scapulae drawing down. Now arch your back, roll your back out there. And now we're going to tuck the tail under, which is not what we want to do, just so you can feel the difference in the movement. And now sit up on the sit bones. Lift into it, don't scrunch. And then tuck the tail under, so you just know the difference. And then lift up, sit right on your sit bones. And tuck the tail under. Lift up. and tuck the tail under. Sit right up on your sit bones. Okay. What will we do now? I think we might turn sideways, a little bit sideways. We're going to go up into the balls of our feet and we're going to just pull our foot up towards the back of our legs. Just a little bit, just pull it up. Make sure they're tracking, make sure it's not doing that. Lift up. If you have to lean back a bit, that's okay, just so long as you're pulling up. In fact, actually, why don't we lean back a little bit while we... Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, sorry, that was my sister calling me. I didn't know how to coordinate it. Okay, leaning back. Leaning back, that's it, that's good. Okay, lift up. And the scapulae are drawing down, the shoulder blades are drawing down. You're not doing this. Lift up into it. Okay, let's go around to the other side. Lean back. Careful not to do that like I was just doing. Lift up. You're just tilting back. Wing bones drawing down. Pull that foot up as high as you can. Pull it up. Lean back. Okay, good. Reach forward. All right. Draw a circle, circle, back. Draw the wing bones down. Draw the wing bones down. Oh, have I been on for a while, haven't I? Hold it there, just a little bit out to the side. Lift up, lift up, lift up. Nice chest open, draw the scapulae down, feel that. Good work. And then you would have felt that in your hips. Let's just do a little bit more of that. Feel it in your hips. You'll feel it. Just hold it there. Good. Lift up. Chest up because you're drawing the wing bones down. Good. Drawing the wing bones down. I think that's the bell. Okay, I think I'll just check the time because I think I have no idea what time is it. Oh, my computer's, oh, let me see. Oh, I think I've been on for, what time did I start? I don't even know. But, so I think perhaps we better finish because I'm holding you hostage here otherwise, aren't I? And thank you for being here. I hope that helps a little bit with any movements, any joint movements for people who have got stiffness in their shoulders and their hips and their knees and their ankles. We did focus a little bit on the ankles today and the feet. It's a good idea to practice those movements because even if they hurt a little bit, if it's the kind of pain that's more like, it's, you know, it's kind of stiff, it's not a bad idea just to keep working it, just keep pushing through it. If it's a bad pain, you'll know. Like if it's the wrong kind of pain, like an injury pain, that's different, like a sharp shooting pain. But if it's just that kind of like, you know, you can just keep moving it because when you move the joints, they oil themselves. They actually squeeze out an oil and the joints get oiled and then things start to improve if you keep doing that. But if you can't move things because they're feeling a bit icky and painful, they end up getting kind of locked because they're not able to move enough. So that's why getting into the water even is a good idea, just for moving joints. But anyway, I'll stop talking now because I just haven't been able to stop today. And I will see you tomorrow. No, I won't. I might not see you tomorrow. It depends what time I get back from Melbourne. I'm going to Melbourne tomorrow, and that's a bit of a hike for me, so I might not make it back to the class tomorrow. I'll let everyone know. But you have a lovely Friday night, and I will see you next time, which is either tomorrow or the next day, probably Sunday. Anyway, and don't forget to let people know if you think they might benefit from doing this. Please invite them to come along. And you can invite them into the group. You can't share it because I've put it on to a private page. I'll stop talking. Bye.